All right, folks. Well, we came across this today and I couldn't believe it. Yes, it is perfectly legal to be riding your bicycle in the slow lane of an interstate in Montana. But just because it's legal, does that make it smart? Well, to answer that question, I asked myself 3 more questions. Number 1, is it legal to ride on the shoulder? Number 2, would it be safe to ride on the shoulder? And number 3, is it dangerous to ride in the lane? So these same Montana codes that I found that told me it was legal to ride in the lane also mention riding on the shoulder. So it is legal also to ride on the shoulder. Now, so if it is legal to ride on the shoulder, why wouldn't you want to? Well, if there are obstacles on the shoulder, or if the shoulder is in bad condition, like the pavement is not as good, or if the shoulder is too narrow and maybe there's a guardrail, then I could see why maybe you wouldn't want to ride on the shoulder. But we can see that that is not the case here. The only thing that I could possibly see, there is this texturing here, which is kind of hard to see, but everywhere where we see, it almost looks like a lighter line of pavement every so often. That is texturing of the pavement intended to wake up a drowsy driver if they start to drift off the road. And so I can imagine that that would be difficult to ride a bicycle on. But that texturing does not reach all the way to the fog line. It stops about 12 to 18 inches to the right of the fog line. So this bicyclist could have been riding either on the fog line or even a little bit to the right and still been perfectly safe and free of obstacles. So lastly, they're a vehicle. A bicycle is considered a vehicle. And so why not ride in the lane just like any other vehicle can? Well, we've all seen what happens when a semi-truck and a car come together, and a car weighs like 2,000 pounds. Imagine what's going to happen when a semi-truck and a bicycle come together. You might be in the right, you might have the right of way, everything might be going in your favor. None of that matters if you're dead. Also, bicyclists are a lot slower than normal traffic. Professional cyclists ride about 30 miles an hour, and so do electric bikes. They can go about 28 miles an hour. The speed limit on I-90 is 80 miles an hour. And when we approached this guy, we were going 62. But still, if we had noticed this guy too late, he would have been toast. And you would also not believe the number of times that we in our truck move over to the left because something is going on the right, and the car behind us, who cannot slow down for 3 seconds, decides to pass us on the right. You think that guy's going to notice you in time? Not likely. So listen, just because it's legal doesn't mean it's smart. Most important is to stay safe out there.